टोस्ट मास्टर्स किधर है?
So basically, she knew the answer, and all of them are.
But I didn't read the book.
Good morning, yeah. So.
हेलो सर। हाय सागर।
बैठो बैठो, ग्रुप डिस्कशन चल रही है।
अरे देखिए बात
Maintain the decorum.
सॉरी आई एम
That was look, we can tell that this person.
गुड मॉर्निंग अभी।
But when I checked it through state, they were all equal. And that was our system 1 reply. And second is system 2, which tells us what is this 12 times 7. You cannot tell it in one glance, right? 12 times 17. That is our thinking part of it. So both are interconnected, both these systems are. Let's say in past few days I have been grumpy because I have been busy. And grumpy is a part of system 1. I don't think I will snap at people.
I saw you thinking that's why I smiled. Please go ahead.
And anyone can add, I cannot help it because no one saw the video, but feel free to chime in at any time. So both of these systems are interconnected. Like our body, let's say if anyone is focusing on what I am saying, their pupils will dilate, their body hair will rise slightly, heartbeat will increase, so that they are very interconnected. If someone is concentrating, these are the bodily effects we will get.
Oh, are you telling something which needs to give us goosebumps? Then only body hair will rise.
No, it rise even if I don't give goosebumps, even if you focus, if hairs lift slightly and your body heartbeat will increase anyway. So they are interconnected. Our body, our mind.
For instance, sorry to interrupt. For instance, can you frame an example? Yeah. Where like such kind of thing happens to our body? Because usually,
reaction.
yeah, that kind.
Because I'm listening to you, my heart is not pumping neither higher and neither my goosebumps are.
Like of course the goosebump
Yeah.
things happens when we are, especially with me, whenever I'm watching anything with respect to patriotic thing or any sort of those things, we do feel that within ourselves. So any example since you have read the book?
So it's kind of like these things unconsciously happen, and your heart rate will not rise at 180 in a second. It will rise like 7 beats to increase. And but I'm trying to say that these things are very interconnected. Very. If you focus, then your heartbeat will increase and all these things will happen because of your system one, which is reptile brain.
But can I add something?
Yeah, great.
Maybe I can ask Abhinandan because you are an early morning riser and probably someone who focuses on your thought and listening stuff probably, right? It's like meditation. So does your heartbeat increase? The more we want to listen and absorb, I think heartbeat ko ulta
Slows down.
Slows down. Is that what I think? Does the science contradict?
Well, it is what is written in the book. It can increase.
This is the discussion point.
The discussion point is that it will change. It will change. However, if you are not focusing, if you are just on instinct, your heartbeat will be different. If you try to focus on your heartbeat will be different. So these things are very interconnected. Your mind and your body are very interconnected. This was basically the idea of the book. These things are interconnected, and let's say when we are driving somewhere and we have a very difficult term, we don't ask the person to multiply difficult things because we know the person will be distracted and he will be on fight and flight mode and everything. He cannot focus on that. It's like that. And we can another part that discusses it is anchoring. We all know hooks, right? We use it in our speeches. Hooks.
Hooks up.
Okay. We send them in our LinkedIn post, hooks. Right? So I did an experiment. Basically the experiment was in the book, but I did it to check whether it works true or not. How these hooks affect us. For example, I asked, let's say, the people I know question, did a random person die at the age of 144? Yes or no?
Sorry.
Can a random George G.W. Bush did George G.W. Bush die at 144? No, right? No.
You're talking about
G.W. Bush. It can be any random person. No, right? What was can you guess the number of his age when he died? Any number, instant.
89.
89. So you are saying 89. But when I flipped this question and gave 22 years, the answer were in age 34, 44. So that's how anchoring happens. That is why we use it in our speeches because it changes the perspective of people of what we initially give them a thought and they just use it as an anchor and think about us that way. Let me give you two examples. For example, person A. I say that person A is intelligent, he is industrious, he is hardworking, he is envious and he is an idiot. And if I give an example, another example, person B is an idiot, he is envious, he is industrious, he is hardworking and he is intelligent. So you would naturally think that person A is more better, even though the qualities of these people are same. Right? That is how anchoring happens. And the book, I did not expect there was a lot of math.
Yeah, I hate maths.
Yeah, on every page it gave me, I didn't know that.
Find the value of x.
Huh?
Find the value of x.
No, not find value of x. It told us about biases that we have in our life. And those biases can be, let's say, if I gave, just like how anchoring happens, if I start with a very strong word or strong opinion, you naturally think me as an opinionated person. The first impression is the last impression. That is what is being said. And that is how biases happen. If I think about a person, there are a lot of biases involved in that. For example, right now the war is going on. We see it on the news that Americans angle, Iran's angle, and different news anchors give us their opinions. But do we trust those as facts?
We do at some point.
We do at some point. But even though we don't know that they are facts or not, we just know that some media part of it, whoever media is strongest, are giving us their opinions. We don't actually know if those opinions are true or not.
times you feel it interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Because as long as it, missile falls on India, we might find it as a flavor to enjoy.
Yeah.
First product.
So I think the time is about to end. We have 2 minutes. I would like Akash to conclude.
Okay. So basically 12 multiplied by 17 is 204. This is one thing I have calculated. And secondly, yes, it is true. We learn only those things which we like or which we want to perceive in a way. For example, if you have read this book, if I'll read this book, I'll have different conclusions. Similarly, in this 1 hour of meeting, we all are learning very differently. When we are only learning that part of thing which we like or which is helpful to us only. So for me, whether I am wrong, whether you are right, we all are in a different directions, and this is beautiful if we share and exchange our ideas and learn together.
Okay, anything you would like to add
About
about the topic?
yeah,
Yeah,
of course, like the way you highlighted about the human brain, like it does develop. I mean, I was reading this article a few days back where it was stated that your brain does develop to the highest phase when you are at the age of 25. After that, it totally depends on you how you want to lead it. Like the things that you want to do, it totally depends on your reflexes at that time. So yeah, and the fact that we do reflex onto things spontaneously. So yeah, that is it.
Yeah, that is all. Let's finish this meeting.
Yeah.
We're done. Thank you, everyone. Okay.
Nice to see you here. My meeting was.
आज मैं बोल रहा हूँ बैक ग्रुप डिस्कशन था मज़ा नहीं आया आपने तो चेंज करनी पड़ेगी
आप बताओ, आपको आगे बताओ।
मैं तो मेरा तो मोटिवेशन पूरा हो गया
आप बस अपनी बता रहे हो, बट लाइक नाइदर people are getting
मोनोलॉग था
आप बताओ what
कैसे हो
value it is adding।
बढ़िया
पहले आप मुझे इसकी वैल्यू बताओ what it is adding। फिर शायद मे बी वही ना मैं
मेरे को ही नहीं
लेट आ रहा है
नहीं अच्छा कितनी देर लेट आ रहा है
फाटक में 15-20 मिनट
15 अगर वो आ गया तो वो ले लेगा नहीं तो मैं ले लेगा
आधा कर ले उसको पास कर दियो
ठीक है हाँ ये
नहीं मुझे ना समझाओ what is the value
नहीं पता क्या होता है कॉलेज होती है ना बुक
हाँ
यूजुअली मोर मतलब
एंगेजिंग
आप लोग सब अपने आइडिया
राइट अपने को करना पड़ेगा
क्या सही है क्या गलत है
करना पड़ेगा आइडिया ये था कि सब मीटिंग में लेट आते थे और मीटिंग 11 बजे नहीं चालू होती थी वो पूरा हो रहा है
ये था तो फिर कभी मैं कुछ और समझती हूँ क्या वैल्यू ऐड कर रहे हैं।
कैसे सर आज बैठो आप भी बैक बेंचर बनो
हाँ हम तो पहले से थे
तो अब देखो कितने जने हैं 11 बजे से पहले ये मेन
क्या हो गया
पता क्या है, अगर इसको वैल्यू ऐड करवाना है
हाँ
तो फिर लेट्स
Engage. आप करो next week, please.
बी इनोवेटिव।
आप प्लीज नेक्स्ट वीक लो
पता नहीं मैं
क्या वो कोई आया नहीं क्या
गारंटी
हाँ?
नहीं करती।
क्या
क्या जीडी वानी क्या आपका
कनव जी टोस्ट मास्टर कनव ओके प्लीज जी
क्या हो गया हाँ
आप जी हो आज ही हाँ
मैं इवैल्यूएशन स्पीच इवैल्यूएशन
चलो काफी
आपकी जीडी हुई या नहीं हुई? जीडी हुई या नहीं हुई?
जीडी होगी, जीडी फिर से मोनोलॉग ही गया।
मोनोलॉग गया।
अब आने का बाद सोचना पड़ेगा कि फिर से
वो पढ़ी है तुमने?
वो पढ़ी है भाई,
पूरी?
आधी पढ़ ली मैंने। बड़ी मुश्किल बुक थी
मैंने एक चैप्टर में गिव अप कर दिया था।
भाई, वो बड़ी मुश्किल बुक
मैंने
थी।
गिव अप को तीन बार कोशिश कर ली पढ़ने की, 3 बार।
कौन
एक बार
वही तो मैंने पढ़ी।
सपोज टू बी बेस्ट सेलिंग है। मैंने 3 बार पढ़ने की कोशिश की। आई कुडंट इवन गो थ्रू फर्स्ट चैप्टर आल्सो। पहले चैप्टर के बाद नहीं पढ़ पाया।
क्या है?
मुश्किल है,
टफ है, बहुत टफ है। इट्स नॉट इजी गोइंग। ऐसे नहीं है कि पढ़ ली, मोटिवेशन बुक है पढ़ ली।
बहुत बहुत टफ है।
पता नहीं कैसे बेस्ट सेलिंग है।
मुझे भी नहीं समझ आया, मैंने तो 3 स्टार रेटिंग हाँ।
थिंकिंग फास्ट।
सर मैथ्स की प्रॉब्लम है सर इस बुक में, ये जो
नहीं मैथ्स की नहीं है, उसमें साइकोलॉजी है।
प्रोबेबिलिटी दी हुई है हर पेज पे।
अच्छा मैथ्स भी गुजार की होगी शायद।
बहुत ज़्यादा है।
मैं पहली पे गया था, पहले लेटर का गिव अप कर दिया। नहीं भैया मुझसे भी। हाथ पानी आया।
Backbenchers, please come on your first bench. To be backbenchers, तो first bench है.
आप बैठिए।
आप कोई आइडिया देना।
एक टॉपिक को ask people to bring in ideas जैसे डिस्कशन में ये इधर को डिस्कस
ओके, मैं
A very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. My name is Nitesh and I am the Sergeant of Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all in meeting number 768 of Panchkula Toastmaster Club. And before we start meeting, I would like to all to stand up for a second. And I would like to request you, please put your hands on your waist and stand up like a supervisor. And on a count of 3, we will take a deep breath to refresh our minds and will make our concentration more into this our meeting. So 1, 2 and 3. Hold up for bit and release. Now we will do again. Release. Once more. And release. Please take your seat. Thank you. Before starting our meeting, there are a few ground rules that we follow in the Toastmaster Club. As a Toastmaster, we never discuss gender, religion, and politics. Please refrain yourself from speaking and discussing such topics. During meeting, please don't indulge in crosstalks and crosswalks. If urgent, please do so when we hear an applause.
Last is that. Please do not enter or exit the room. You may do so only when you hear applause.
Switch off your phone.
Switch off. Please silent your mobile phones or switch off your cell phones. So I would like to remind you why we are here. Mission of the Toastmaster Club is to provide sporting and personal learning experience to empower its members to build leadership and good communication skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, I would like to inform the meeting is open, and I would like to invite our President, T.N. Kalam, on the stage. Please get a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitish. That was very powerful start, and with a Superman pose. And I also felt like that I became a Superman. So, there are few guests who have joined us in the meeting. So, we will have you. Can you just give your introduction, please?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kamal. Right. So I have joined as a guest today for the meeting today, and I've been introduced to this meeting by Kanav Agarwal only. So just to introduce myself, actually Kanav sir is my boss to the organization that we come from the same organization, right? So I mean, on a Friday night, we had a chat, and then he told me, I was aware of the the Toastmaster. So he officially told me that there's a meeting, and then he introduced me. So I'm here because of sir only. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. And we have some members from the Shadeen Club. Yeah, we will get you introduce.
I think everybody knows me, but okay. Hi everybody, I'm Megha. I have been a member of Chandidgarh Toastmasters Club from like a couple of months ago. And this is my second time at Panchkula Toastmasters, and I just thought to have a happy Sunday overall and to meet everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Megha, and lovely to have you in our club.
My pleasure.
So, life is full of puzzles. As one of my colleagues mentioned that on Friday night, definitely on Friday night, it was not easy, it was not as usual day for us, because having lot of things in our pocket, in our office, we were really hustling, we were really juggling with a lot of things to get it complete, so that on weekends we should be relaxed. But still, even if it is on weekend, still, are we relaxed? Still, there are a lot of things. Sometimes we feel lazy that okay, we don't want to do it because there are still a lot of, and sometimes you feel to be an overwhelming. And yes, I have this task, then another. What if someone tells you there is an effortless living, something where without any effort or with an ease or with an assistant, someone can teach you that how to make your life as simple as you can. So today, we have someone. She is a gracious leader, a prominent speaker, and an entrepreneur. She is already working a lot with Northern, and she is preparing for the business summit. So with a round of applause, I would like to invite the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Devanshi.
जहां जमीन भी मेरी होगी, जहां आसमान भी मेरा होगा, जहां तलवार भी मेरी होगी, वो मेरी जीत। Where I will have the sky, where I will have the land, where the sword will be mine, that's where I will live. And my dear friends, that is the essence of effortless living. And we are going to ponder more on it. But before that, let me tell you about the format of Panchkula Toastmasters. So the meeting is divided into 3 parts. First being the prepared speakers part, second being the table topic, third being the evaluation part. And let me call our word master of the day, Toastmaster Yogesh. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
So, hello everyone, hello dear Toastmasters and guests. I am Ritesh and I am your grammarian today. So, as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to take notes of your mistakes while giving a speech and all the speakers. And I'll take a notes of your using of filler words and use of some quotes and your special words there, right? And after the meeting, I'll share a report of each and every one and share my thoughts on that. So coming to the word of the day, the word of the day is pertinent. I repeat, pertinent, which means relevant, appropriate, or to the point. For example, during the group discussion, sometimes we deviate from the topic. So we should speak on the points which are pertinent to the topic under the discussion. That's all about the topic, and all the best everyone. Thank you.
Amazing. Did you know When we talk about 10x, there is less competition. But when we talk about 2x, there is more competition. Lots of people are going for IIT, lots of people are going for NEET. But how many of them are being the founders and entrepreneurs? When you go for the 10x game, there is less competition. And it is a game of few. It is never the game of many. And that is again the essence of effortless. With that, let me call our second speaker of the day. Before that, let me ask the evaluator, Toastmaster Akash, to read the guidelines. Toastmaster Akash.
So first,
the first speaker is going to be the first ability. This is going to be the level 3 project 4 speech. The time duration for a speech will be 5 to 7 minutes, and the purpose of the speech is storytelling or delivering a speech using a story. So let's welcome Toastmaster.
You are not welcome.
Time limit 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, let me introduce our first speaker of the day, who is a dynamic speaker, loves talking to people, loves spreading positivity, and is an HR by profession. Let's welcome her with a round of applause. Easy, how to talk to people so people actually listen without driving them. How to talk to people so people actually listen without driving them. Those ones.
How many of you have ever listened to a speaker who made you to check your phone, to check the time, and question your life choices? Be honest, you sit there, nodding politely, but back in your mind says, please finish, please stop, please stop. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and lovely guests, good morning. Today, I am going to share something very important, that how to speak so people actually wanted to listen to you. Not because the door is closed and they are forced to, not because they are polite, but because they are genuinely interested in listening to you. Few months back, I got an opportunity to speak in a group of people, and I was so excited because I love public speaking. And I prepared my slides with facts, figures, definition, statistics. I added extra statistics in case people feel extra burdened. But when I started speaking, after 5 minutes of my speaking, a person yawned. After 10 minutes, a person was checking his phone. And after 15 minutes, even I was getting bored with my own voice. And at the point when I saw a person who was looking at a ceiling fan. Like a ceiling fan is giving a motivational speech. And that day, reality hit me like anything. That I wanted to be a speaker, where people actually wanted to listen to me. And they don't get bored. Even I don't have to give any time to them. So I started observing the speakers that what they do differently. So people actually wanted to listen to them. And I observed, so today I am going to share top 3 secrets from my observation that what did the good speakers do that people pay and go to listen to them. What did they do differently? So you can note it down so that you can also implement in your future speeches. So number 1 secret, that be human, not like a textbook. So have you seen some speakers, they read like a textbook, it's written in like a textbook. And if you heard me before, so I was that textbook. I just go with one go, I wanted to complete my speech and I wanted to get right to my seat. That's it. But after I realized this, like if you speak without doing anything and you just read like a textbook, people will not feel connected. Be human. You have to connect like you are talking one-on-one to a person. Even to your audience also, that you are talking with a friend. And if you do so, people will feel connected with us. And that's very important point. And if you read like a textbook, people will mentally switch you off like in an aeroplane mode. So that's the secret number 1. Secret number 2, always share with a story. And we all know in Toastmasters, sharing with a story helps to convey a message nicely. But if I say continuous practice helps to improve communication skills, it's I was so confused that even I was not knowing that what message I want to convey. But after regular practice, I know what message I want to convey to my audience. And this will help you to remind because I connected this with a story. So I don't think so secret number 2 you have to remind because I shared this with a story. So always connect with the story. Because when your heart follows, people will also follow you. They will listen to you. And secret number 3 is very important. You have to keep this in mind. And this secret actually helps me to connect it with all the Toastmasters. That is always make someone feel special. Feel something. If they feel special, if you make them laugh, they will listen. If you make them understood, you motivate them, they will listen. But if you make them sleepy, boring, they will only listen to the clock. They will not listen to you. And that is very important. So always make someone feel connected. And you know, when I implement these 3 secrets in my life, and although in my today's speech, I observed that nobody yawned today. And also, nobody was checking his phone. His phone. They are just looking and listening to me. And finally, no one was looking at the ceiling fan. At least I am showing that also they are not looking at the ceiling fan. So I think, yeah, these 3 secrets actually works. And if you also implement these 3 secrets in your life, you can also see the change. Because our mind follows what we feel good and how we connect with the people. People listen not because you speak. People listen when you connect. And if you connect with the audience, they will love listening to you. And that's the reason whenever you are on the stage, you have to connect with the people. You have to be, like earlier when I come to speak, giving for a speech, I always be conscious about that what I'm going to convey the message. And I was so in speed that in 4 to 5 minutes I complete my speech. But now I know I have connected with the story, and with story I am able to convey my message freely. And that's the reason that 3 secrets, if you also keep in your mind, you can be also speaker where people want to listen to you, not because they are forced to, but they are genuinely interested in listening to you. Thank you, and over to Mr.
Amazing speech by Toastmaster. My brother had his maths exam. He had 4 options, A, B, C, D, in an He was confused what to choose. Suddenly, a mosquito came and it sat on the B option. And he said, "That's a sign from the God. I am going to select the option B." And you know what? When he came back home, he realized that B was actually the answer. Tapping into the superconscious by manifestations, visualization is also another way to live an effortless life. Now with that, let me call our second speaker. Before that, let me ask our evaluator, Toastmaster Himanshu, to read the guidelines.
Toastmaster, I think this is your level 1 project to speech. The purpose of this project is to learn and review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on a given topic. Timing of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Title is Overthinking a Problem. Wish you all the best.
Let me introduce our second speaker of the day, who is a freelance content writer, love to read and write. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anjali Midran. Toastmaster Anjali, is overthinking always a problem? Is overthinking always a problem, Toastmaster? Do you know what is this?
This is my brain at 11 p.m. Had I locked the door? What to cook for dinner tomorrow? What if the alarm doesn't ring? Where can I find my lost keys? Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I have this incredible knack of replaying conversations in my mind
did he say that? Why was she so quiet today? Did I say something rude? Why did he reply to my message with just one word? Fine. My brain has at any given moment 47 tabs open. Tab 1, tomorrow's to-do list. Tab 2, something embarrassing I said in 2014. My brain is still replaying it in full HD. Tab 3, a future conversation with someone about something that may never happen. Tab 4 to 12, some background anxiety for no particular reason. Tab 47, where to plan for the next vacation. I always wonder why I am like that. Why can't I, like a normal person, simply switch off? Why can't I rest in peace? I mean, rest my mind. Why? Until 2023, when I started working as a content writer with an Ayurvedic doctor based in Canada. And that is when something made sense. In Ayurveda, they say that every human being is born with a unique constitution called Prakriti. Now there are three fundamental constitutions: Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Now I am predominantly a Vata person, and Vata people are undisputed world champions of overthinking. You give a Vata person a small pebble to think about, and they'll hand you back the entire Himalayan mountain range. But this is what actually made me feel good. Ayurveda often describes Vata people as creative, imaginative, quick thinker and highly perceptive. They notice things that others don't. They feel things deeply. They connect dots that others can't even see. So Ayurveda didn't just explain my problem, it reframed it. It told me that it's not a flaw. This is your nature. This is what you are made of. So overthinking is not always a problem. Sometimes it's a hidden talent. We analyze everything. We imagine each possibility. We spot risks that others haven't even considered. A normal person has plan A and plan B. An overthinker like me has plan A, B, C, D, E and an emergency plan in case you run out of anything. Okay, how do you pack for travel? Clothes, medicines, charger. I pack clothes, medicines, extra medicines, charger, an extra charger, a backup charger for extra charger, a power bank for the backup charger of the extra charger. Now the real question. What to do if the thinking becomes too loud? What if the mental tabs crash the browser entirely? It happens. Let me tell you what works for me. The brain dump. I grab my journal and write down every single thought that is bothering me. Once a thought is written, it stops screaming. Do you know why our brain holds to a thought so tightly? Because it's afraid that it would forget it. But once it's on paper, the brain says, okay, fine, moving on. Now, last night, before this speech, I had three options. Sleep peacefully, worry a little, or overthink everything. As you can see, I chose option number 3. But you see, this overthinking didn't paralyze me. This time I gave it a purpose. And purpose turned my anxiety into preparation. My worry
are still tender. But did I tell you that they still work perfectly? Though I have to organize them every day with a bit of extra effort. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what overthinking looks like when you learn to work with it instead of against it. So next time someone tells you that you think too much or you have such a restless mind, just look at them and say, of course I do. Because people once said the exact same thing about Charles Darwin, Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein. They were not just overthinking, they were thinking deeper than everyone else. And yes, my brain may have 47 tabs open, but who knows? One of these tabs might contain a great idea. So, do overthinking, keep on thinking, I would say, just give it a purpose. क्योंकि बेचैन दिमाग ही सवाल करता है और सवाल ही दुनिया बदलते हैं और restless mind asks questions and questions, my dear friends, change the world. Thank you.
Amazing speech by Toastmaster Anju. When I was in standard 8, I was kind of a loser in academics. But then I studied all the topics. What they were doing different than me. They were making mind maps. They were doing storytelling. They were using mental frameworks that was changing the game. And I realized again, life is a game of few. Life is not a game of many. And that again is an essence of effortless living. With that, I would like to call our third speaker of the day. Before that, let me ask evaluator, Toastmaster Kala, to lead the conference.
Toastmaster Shelda, this is your level 1 project 4 speech. And purpose of speech is to practice and focus on the body language while delivering the speech. The topic of the speech is decoding fragrances. I repeat, decoding fragrances. And the timer, please note, the time is 5 to 7 minutes.
So, Toastmaster Shelda loves talking to people, loves learning new skills from them, and is quite into spirituality. Let me welcome Toastmaster Shelda. Give a round of applause. Toastmaster Shelda, decoding fragrances. Decoding fragrances, Toastmaster Shelda.
Imagine you are in a perfume store. Shining water, elegant counters, and confident fragrances. And there is you. 10 minutes in the store, you are smelling your 6th strip and start to wonder whether your nose still works. By the time you smell your 8th strip, everything seems to blend into one. Leather, citrus, lavender. You no longer know. And then you think that, so choosing a perfume should feel personal and empowering. But at times it becomes more of a psychological experiment. And today I will be simplifying this process for you and help you understand how you can choose a perfume that genuinely suits you. So I will be talking about 5 things you need to take care of while buying the perfume. So first thing is, know the note. This is the structure of perfume. Just like the speech has an opening, body and conclusion, so does a perfume. First is the top note. This is the first impression. It includes some light herbs, dry florals and citrus kind of notes. And this is what you smell immediately, and it also disappears quickly. So in like initial 0 to 15 minutes you can see. And then is the heart note. It includes florals, fruits and spices. So this is the real personality of the scent. It stays for 1 hour approx. And lingers onto your skin and clothes beyond 1 hour. It includes the heavy notes like woods, leather, vanilla and amber. Now, most of the time people choose the perfume based upon the top note. But the real fragrance lies in the base note and heart note. So next time you are choosing the perfume, just wait for some time and then decide. Now coming to the second thing which you need to take care of. Always test the perfume on your skin and not just on paper. Because paper tells half the story. Perfume builds differently based upon your skin warmth, your unique chemistry and your skin oils. Someone is watching you back. So based upon these three things, something which might be smelling excellent on your friend might smell completely different on yourself. So just remember, you are buying perfume not because it's in trend. You buy a perfume because it suits your personality. Now the third thing which you need to take care of is the concentration of your fragrance. So perfume comes in different strengths. You might have heard about those wordings on the perfume Eau de Cologne, which is very light. It has almost 5% of the oil and it stays for 1 to 2 hours. Then is Eau de Toilette. This is the one which has a concentration of 5 to 15% and it stays for almost 2 to 4 hours. Then comes Eau de Parfum. It has a concentration from 15 to 20% and it stays for 6 to 8 hours and sometimes for the complete whole day. Working day is 12 hours. And the last one is Parfum, or you call it X-ray. It has oil concentration beyond 20% and it stays even longer than 12 hours. So when people say that their perfume does not last for long, so it simply means they might have bought something which is lighter in concentration. So it's like expecting a 2-minute table topic to last as long as a 6-minute speech. So now let's look at the fourth thing which you need to take care of. That is, always buy the perfume which is pertinent to your personality and purpose. If you are looking for a perfume for an official or professional setting, then go for something which is not very overpowering, like light florals, citrus and these kind of things. And then if you are looking for something for an evening event, then go for warm and bold notes, just like amber, vanilla, musk, these kind of things. And if you are looking for something for a daily wear, go for an easy and comfortable notes, just like clean, fresh, fruity notes. And if you are a bold personality, then go for something intense and confident, just like woods, leather and vanilla, which are heavy. So these are the 4 things. Now let's look at the fifth and the most important thing. You need to avoid the nose fatigue. After you have taken 4 to 5 fragrance smells, your nose completely shuts down. So this is called olfactory fatigue. So how do we set that? You can smell your skin or clothes, or you can take a short break, or you can step out for fresh air. But just remember, coffee bean does not reset your nose, it just adds another smell to your nose. So dear Toastmasters and guests, perfume is not just about luxury, it is your unique identity. And you must be wondering why me from a completely different background talking about perfumes today. So this is because my husband has recently launched a perfume brand called Fusebake and I have brought few testers. So you want to try it now or you want to try it after the meeting? I suggest you wait for some time, take your time and let's do it after the meeting. Thank you.
Amazing speech by Toastmaster says. There was a guy who was struggling with his business like anything. He was putting lots of effort, hard work, but still, he wasn't hitting his MRR. He followed this principle called 80-20 principle. Half of the clients, the 80% of the clients who were giving him a headache, he removed it. He only kept the 20% of the clients. And his revenue increased like anything. That is what effortless living is all about. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts regarding effortless living. That's why I'd like to invite our table topic master, Toastmaster Abhinandan. Let's welcome the round.
Thank you, PM Divanshi. I believe you all were eagerly waiting for this session where you will get to think and speak on your feet. Now, I am here for you with table topics. But before that, let me conduct a brief yet powerful activity with which you will feel more energized. So in this activity, I'll say a word. Soon after uttering the word, you will speak the related word first pops into your head. Like, for instance, I say water. The first one say boat, swim, rain, bath, wash, like this. So till then, keep the chain going, please. So I would start with TM Himanshu first. House. Just quickly. House. Related word. First related word. Apartment. The related word. Villa. Villa. Just.
Flats.
Flats. Bricks.
Soil. Light.
Independent floor.
Independent floor. Rightly said. Sir.
Cement.
Rightly mentioned. TM Sagar.
Pertinent.
Pertinent.
Family.
Family. Yes, ma'am.
Mine was family.
Family too. Good living. Good living. Happiness. Togetherness. Togetherness. Property. Property. TM Sagar. Oh, sorry. Culture. 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 Okay. Imagination. Sorry? Imagination. Imagination. Peace. Peace. Again. Same. Property. Property. Let's give a huge round of applause. So this was an exercise for user you. Now I would start. I'll got speakers in a pair where first the season one followed by a recent member or guest. To start with, I would call TM Ankur on the stage. Please give him a big round of applause. For you is very, very simple, sir. If you designed a 10-minute everything wind down, what is in here? 10 minutes wind down before retiring for the night.
So, wrong task for me, because my wind down is never 10 minutes. It's at least a few hours every night trying to fall asleep. But for normal people like you, if I have to design a 10-minute wind down, I'll not design the same wind down for every night. Because everybody has different needs. I'll categorize people into two categories. One, simple, others sophisticated. The simple ones, the wind down would be very simple. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale, focus on your breath, and I can guarantee you that if you do it for 10 minutes, you will fall deep sleep. But for others like me, whose minds race all the time, all the world's problems suddenly pop into your mind when you're trying to sleep. The solution is also simple. That is called alcohol. So, whether that's a glass of scotch or a can of beer, pop it open, drink it, close your eyes, and fall asleep. Thank you.
So now is the time to call you on the stage, sir. Please, may I have your name? So, what room in your home best whispers relax? What room in your home best whispers relax?
The best room in my home is my own bedroom. So where I relax just sleep. So mostly after finishing my work from the office, I basically relax. That's
So in your home, TM Akhil. Please give him a big round of applause. Where do you still choose hard mode on purpose? What? Where do you still choose hard mode on purpose? Hard mode on purpose.
But often when I try to think about it, where do I indulge myself and I put the most hard work and I try to put the hard mode on? It generally entails myself in indulging in the office works. Whenever I see myself comparing to the other individuals. I see my friends, my colleagues, who invest this much, but they get this much done. And on the contrary, when I see myself and I'm investing this much, I only get this much input. Maybe the thing is that I put so much effort and I get so much thing and I indulge myself so much into it. That somehow I'm not able to figure out how and what should I do in order to get this much in this small span of time. So I guess I got your answer. Absolutely correct.
So may I ask you on the stage, please? Your name first? Balram. Yes, Balram. Please give him a big round of applause. Sir, what do you never force anymore? It's a quite simple rule.
Well, to be honest, I actually never force anything on anyone to talk about some particular things. I never force someone to go to gym. I never tell anybody to do healthy things, go for a run or do something, because I believe in self-motivation. If you want to change your life, you have to work hard on yourself. And that's the mantra for your life. Thank you.
Next. Big round of applause. Where are you boring trouble for tomorrow that today doesn't need? Where are you boring trouble for tomorrow that you doesn't need?
My topic is, what is the boring trouble for you that
doesn't need?
That doesn't need. Okay. So the boring trouble that I doesn't need. First of all, the trouble I would generally say that is by taking my dog to the walk. It's the most troubling thing I have to do, because I am sleeping at 12 o'clock and I have to wake up at 6 o'clock because my father has forced me to wake up. Now what do you think how he forced me to do that? First of all, he said, Moniuja. After that, he calls my sister. No, when my sister has to sleep, but when my father calls her to wake me up, she is like a devil, I will say that. She would shout at me, take away my blanket, turn off the fan. That's the most horrible thing I have to witness in my holidays also. So the thing that I say the most hardest thing is taking my dog to walk. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. So next, I will call Megha, please, on the stage. Give her a big round of applause. busy, even though it resets you? What small pleasure do you skip when busy, even though it resets you?
What small pleasure?
You skip when busy.
So I think when you're busy, it's very important to let go of some time where you can actually think and focus on yourself. And for me, I think it has to be, even when I'm busy, I try to make out some time for myself. And I think it has to be for everybody. You should not like bog your mind only for things that you want to do. And the fact being that taking out time for yourself, even if it's a little too much, is very important. And it just helps you to live your life.
Thank you. TM Sunil, give him a big round of applause, please. Which recurring task could you redesign so it nearly runs itself?
There are lot many things, lot many tasks which I want to automate so that they can run automatically. So if I will talk about myself, to get up early in the morning and start an alarm, multiple alarms, still I have a lot of emotional struggle to get up. I've been a day riser for the past 8 years, maybe more than that. There is something which I want to automate so that it's a regular task for me to have to get up to drop my kids to the school. So, but I never been able to get up early without multiple alarms. And that is something which I want to automate.
Thank you. Thank you. I will mention name you are please. Arya.
Arya without any in the last.
Okay. Please give him a big round of applause. What is enough for today? It's quite simple. What is enough for today? Today.
So, I think today is a very important day. I am learning a new skill here, public speaking, and till now my experience is quite good. Seeing you all people, seeing your speeches, it was a nice experience, and I'm sure I'll also improve my skill in public speaking, and that's it.
TM Yogesh on the stage. Please give him a big round of applause. Sir, what is the routine? You have already simplified that others might steal. What is the routine? Yes, you have already simplified that others might steal from you. Others might steal from you. Yes. So that they can copy you.
First of all, I want to understand what you think about the success. Anybody can guess what is success? Everybody is running after to achieve something. To get what? To take
Success, to be successful.
success. So what do you think what is success is?
Happiness,
Every movement we are successful. Nobody is unsuccessful. If I ask you, don't take next step. Can you do that? Few seconds. The body will call for that oxygen. It will grab, it will take next oxygen breath. So my dear friend, that movement is your success. Anybody can copy and paste. And most of people think that preparation is required. No, the preparation is required. Everybody say preparation is routine. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Am I right? But I say preparation is not required at all. You should be. If I fall down, most of people fall down. Am I right? How many times you get injured? Very few times. What is helping you? Automatically the hands are coming up. The thing is that the system which we already have, we have not believed that system, that's our subconscious mind. If I am 40 plus, means that 40 plus experience body and mind has, I have to grab that one. That's why I tell my mentees, apply that one. is going to help you see right now what is doing. That is beauty. Just unleash the subconscious mind. It will help you, protect you, guide you, and order helping you. Because this is quantum physics. It is not a linear cause and effect. Let that subconscious mind apply and give the result. And you can copy and paste. Thank you very much.
The next is TM Dinesh. Please give him a big round of applause. TM Dinesh, can you come on the stage? Yes, it is quite simple. What would you remove from your adulthood?
Okay, so very simple. For me to remove something from my adulthood, that is social media. I'm a big fan of Instagram, big fan of Facebook, but these days it is eating me 3 to 4 hours a day. I'm on the social media, and even when in the office, I was scrolling down all the reels that I get on my screen. And if I say my productivity has went down so far since I have started using this, and so that's one thing that I would like to remove social media, and then I would like to focus more on my career and the duties that I have to perform on a single day. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We must move this from our room. Now is the time for TM Akash on the stage. Please give him a big round of applause. So, who do you know that lives with surprising ease, and what's their secret? Who do you know that lives with surprising ease? And what is their secret?
As a person.
Yes.
So who do I know? A person who lives surprisingly and doing that with ease. That is me and myself. I do a lot of things which I have never planned of. I'm coming for this meeting for last, 1 month. And all the Sundays I have planned to come to this meeting. But eventually I have some plans. I don't know, somehow. That one weekend I'm going to Manali, other weekend I'm going to Rishikesh, and then here and there. So the only person currently in my surroundings, that is only me, Akash, which do not have any plan. And I decided my 2026 like this. I haven't planned anything. I want things to become of themselves, and I want to leave them as they are.
Thank you. Be yourself. What is your lazy genius move?
What is my
Lazy genius move.
genius move? Thank you so much for this. Looking at my body, I mean, you might be, wondering this. Yeah, he has given me this topic. Yeah, I'm a lazy guy. I like to spend most of my time, lying on my bed and just relaxing and just looking at the reels that he said that this I also want to get ahead. I scroll down 3 to 4 hours on social media, right? But being lazy, just wanted to tell you, there is one quote by Bill Gates. He said that assign a very difficult task to a lazy person, because he knows how to do it easily, right? So I think that is my strength. When I'm lazy, I plan how to delegate the task to my team. So this is my strength, and this is how I move about it. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Good task for the laziest person. So now is the time to call you up on the stage, sir. Please give him a big round of applause. Give a copy. Which decision can you automate this week? Which decision can you automate this week?
Automate this week.
Yes.
Okay, so one decision I want to automate this week is to get up early in the morning and go to the gym. I've been planning to go to gym from last 2 weeks. In fact, if I talk about last year, I just got a membership of gym for 3 months. And hardly I just went to the gym for around 1 month only. That's it. 2 months of membership, I just told you this. So I was thinking that what I am not doing and which kind of decision I am not taking properly. So this decision I want to automate so that I can wake up early in the morning and go to gym and do my other tasks of the day. So thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you for that. And we need Sagar on the stage. Please give him a big round of applause. PM Sagar, when have you felt time slow down without trying?
Well, when I'm trying to sleep, that's when I feel the time is moving so slowly, and you try to sleep at 12 and it suddenly 3. A few days ago, it was suddenly 6. In the morning, I went for a run at 6 o'clock. I came back, I took bath, I went to sleep. That's when I feel time is moving so slow. And usually though, it didn't used to happen when I was exercising. When I was in college, a few months ago, I didn't feel it that way because I used to put in effort. And to me, life is not effortless. Life is itself an effort. And when you don't put in the effort, don't put in the energy, don't do the exercise, you cannot even sleep calmly. Thank you very much.
Give her a big round of applause. Ma'am, where does life snack for you daily? Snack for you daily means एक खुश में प्रबल.
Life is difficult. It depends on your opinion, your thoughts, your perceptions. If you think life is difficult and you need to do effort to solve your problems, then it is difficult. And you every time overthinking about your problems. Then when you overthink about your problems, you cannot reach any solution of the problem. Instead of you are indulging more problems. If I take an example of my own, if I think I want to go somewhere, then and it is tough for me. But if I think how I can manage it, how I will do that, and overthink over and over and over, and there is no solution for this problem. If I take a deep breath and think quietly, then we feel relaxed and we can plan to observe the process.
Can we have a big round of applause? Sir, for you is what does your corporate no effort Sunday morning look like? I repeat, what does your corporate no effort Sunday morning look like?
For most of the people, Sunday is a relaxing day. For me, it's the other way around. Sunday is the most busiest day. Why? When I get up in the morning, the first thing, Manju, there is so much newspaper out there. You have to select it. Okay? There is a vegetable bundle outside. Get it. Okay, ma'am. You have to get ready for the postmortem meeting. Come on, rush up. Then postmortem meeting. And so many things lined up. I believe Sunday is the most busiest day for me, for our family. Now, what does this effortless do something which is against your will. That is effort. But when you start believing that whatever you are doing is actually good for you, is good for your family, then it is no more effort at all. When I believe that Toastmaster is actually not a effort for me because it is good for me. Vegetable buying is not bad when your kids actually starts enjoying it, fruits, vegetables, when you start enjoying it, it's no more effort for you. So for me, yes, in a way it is an effort, but it is not an effort. Even today, my Sundays are effortless.
So what is an everyday object you wish was self-cleaning? What is an everyday object you wish was self-cleaning?
Well, everyday object is myself. That I always wish that has to be clean every day. Every day, when I wake up in the morning, till the day I end up, there are a lot of negative thoughts that come and a lot of negative people I sometimes get surrounded with. And at one instant, it happens that it's like kharuje ko dekh ke rang gaya. A melon turns its color just beside a melon, another melon is also. And it happens that if you are surrounded with so many people, maybe negative people or any kind of people, definitely somehow some part of that thought will always get inside you. So in that case, so I always love to have meditation and running in the morning, which always give me the positive energy. And the most important that I always say that Toastmasters meeting on Sunday is a charging booster for me. Wherever I come, I exchange the energy with everyone, and whatever I get gather here, whatever the thoughts that get developed, that always keep me motivated and inspired throughout the day. Thank you.
Thank you. That is the life mantra. The last but not least, ma'am, Shailja ma'am on the stage. Please give her a big round of applause. This is quite pertinent to your speech today. If ease had a smell, what would yours be today?
Ease had a smell. Quite different and out of joy topic, I would say. And let me just, ask you to think over this. What thoughts are coming into your mind? Because in my mind, I'm thinking about flowers. Because this is what makes a person happy and at peace. And if peace had a smell, so I believe, and according to me, and as per my psyche, it should be flower smell, which should keep me calm and at
Thank you. So I believe time is up. Now stage back to TMOD. Please give her a big round of applause.
There were two men who were told to cut the tree. The first guy spent 6 hours cutting the tree and was not able to cut it. The second guy sharpened the saw for the first 4 hours, and for the next 2 hours he was able to cut it. Effortless living is all about sharpening the saw. So my question to you, all of you is, are you sharpening your saw and living an effortless life? Over to general evaluation. Let's welcome to the round.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Devanshi? For coming up with such an interesting and such a relevant topics in today's meeting. And can we also have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Abhinandan for curating the topics around the theme of the day. So before
in the words of Toastmaster Abhinandan's topic, before I get my hardboard on, let's first move on to the speeches evaluation. And the first one I would like to invite is Toastmaster Akash evaluating Toastmaster PP's speech. Can we have him come on board?
When Toastmaster PP, title of the speech was how to talk so people will actually listen. And he started the speech with a question that how many of you felt that boredom while somebody is delivering their speech? You used to look at a ceiling fan or a watch or a mobile. How many of you actually felt that boredom when somebody is delivering their speech? And you also shared the 3 secrets to make your speech much more relevant to the audience. The first one is be like a human, talk like a human, not like the textbook. The second one is so people didn't listen. Share your story. Share your story.
Connect with
Share your
people.
story. And the third one was always make
Connect
someone
with
special.
people.
Always makes your audience feel special. You curated your speech with a good question, with a good structure, by giving notes. You also use some of the gestures like warn you. And we actually realized or imagine how people used to be that bored by warn you. Although there are few things which I want you to please add in your speech. Earlier you used to deliver your speech with 60 words per second, but this day you reduce your words by 4 words or 3 words per second. So this is a good thing for you. When you talk less, with a course, people actually listen to you because they feel that stillness. They grasp the idea, they grasp the word, they take time to imagine what exactly you are speaking. So add some consciously pauses in your speech. Use voice modulation. I see Toastmaster Ankur is not looking at me, so I use my voice modulation. Now start looking at me. When you use your voice as a music notes, people actually feel that something is happening around them, and they actually listen to you. They feel that vibe. Earlier when I was using my monotonous voice, at the last people were not attending, but now they are active. So how the voice modulation works in this way. And the third thing is, your speech was less pertinent to the title of the speech. When your title of the speech is using a story or deliver a speech, there has to be 50 to 60% the story has to be there. And 20 to 30% should be the learning part of the story. So these are the few things which I would suggest you please add and make your speeches much better, which is all we do.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akash, for delivering that wonderful evaluation. I believe to add on to what Toastmaster Akash has said, in a brief snippets which I got to listen to you, I found that the body language was appropriate, but only if you had engaged the stage a little bit more, you would have established connection with each and every one of the audience present in front of you. And just this, by adding some non-verbal gestures to your existing speech, can add a lot more impact in engaging the audience. Rest, I believe it must have been a wonderful speech based on what Toastmaster Akash said, that you do not speak like a textbook, you speak like a human. So now we move on to the evaluator number 2, who is evaluating for Toastmaster Arjun. I request Toastmaster Himanshu to please come on stage. Can we have a round of applause?
Is overthinking a problem? What a wonderful subject actually it is, and especially for me, because if you can see my dark circle, I also have the same problem. So when she started her speech, I was actually glued up into it. That what exactly she is going to say. Because there are so many positives from this speech with a question. Have a proper opening, proper body, proper closure. Perfect actually, almost close to perfect. The body of speech. Second thing was the story in the small moments, like telling 42 taps, like using of the prop, earbuds, so many things, all those things, I find it very, very interesting. And I was glued into the speech, and even for a single moment I actually didn't find that I should check my phone or look somebody somewhere else. The speech was always actually made me listen to it. That was another second point which I really like about it. The speech was very, very interesting. Third thing, eye contact. This was a comment given to you in your ice-break speech, that the eye contact is what was not there. And it is so good to see that you have learned in just one speech itself and focus on that. And I actually again I was noticing that are you going to focus on your improvement area that was given to you in the last speech, and you actually have improved on that. So pretty good on that front as well. Fourth is the stage coverage. It is good. It is good. At least you are moving. It can be better, but it's okay. You will learn over the period of time. But at least you are moving. You are not frozen on the single point on the stage. One more thing is the body gesture. Again, you have an open gesture when you talk. You use your hand properly. You move, and when you move. I mean, the hands, overall body you use in your speech. Again, pretty good on that front as well. Usage of prop I have already covered. Now, where to improve? I think I have covered slightly here. The stage movement slightly could be better. Voice modulation slightly here and there. I consider myself as a very good critic actually. But believe me, I really found it very hard to find anything significant worth improving in your speech for level 1 and level 4. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himanshu. I believe he covers almost each and every aspect which one person expects from an evaluation, whether it is the non-verbals, whether it is the content, whether it is the motivation. But to add on what Toastmaster Himanshu said, I think in your speech, I found the content was appropriate. The use of prop, this is really witnessed from a person who is just delivering the second speech. So I really like, and you use your prop twice. First in the beginning and then somewhere after 4th or 5th minute. You had variations in your hand gestures is something which I really like. Often when we are speaking to an audience, this is what we generally do. You do this, you do this. But in Toastmaster Anjali's speech, there was this, there was this, there was this, there was this. And then there was this. Please forgive me, I missed out on that. One area of improvement which I can recommend to add on what Toastmaster Himanshu's speech. Yes, there was improvement in eye contact. But then the eye contact was not fixated for even a small period of time. So when I was listening to you, I saw this. So it was not fixated on one particular person. Even if you invest 1 second, I am only saying recommending this 1 second, if you are investing your eye contact with one person, you are able to establish a connection. After 1 second, you move on to the other person. But it should not be less than 1 second. So all in all, I really like your speech and I want to listen to more of your speeches in the coming future. And then there is just this one non-verbal thing that you need to work on for. All in all, absolutely perfect. Now we move on to the last speaker's evaluation, that is Toastmaster Shailja's speech, for which I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Karan, please come with this.
Decoding fragrances, or I would say decoding the secrets of your speech. Toastmaster Shailja, when I heard your speech today, so I found that compared to your previous speech, I found you being very confident. You had the open gestures where you will, and second thing, you were able to address the audience first. And another thing, I found that based on your speech title, you were very pertinent on the topic, which was already relevant to the title of the speech, where you described about all the different fragrances of the perfumes that are there, and probably nobody of us had that much of knowledge. Secondly, if I talk about, yes, there were some improvements which I want that has to be there. First of all, that while addressing the audience, you were focused on this part of the audience. There were some audience which was sitting on this part. So I found that you were not addressing much to them. You were not putting them more attention. Although, while delivering the speech, you have to make sure that when you are delivering the speech, so the entire audience on this section should be equally being addressed. So in that case, some disconnect was there between the audience, and the great thing that you did, that although somehow some of the audience was getting disconnected, they were watching the ceiling fan, so you pointed out well in your audience that somebody is watching the ceiling fan. So in that case, it gave an extra caution to the audience that they have to be connected and they have to listen to your speech. So that was very good. Another thing I found that you were moving like a pendulum on the stage. So that means your movement on the stage should be in a controlled manner. For example, when you were telling about one essence of the perfume, so you can just move it little bit and just address to the audience. When you talk about the second one, so just one step away, just explain it for the next one. So it was like that. On one side, when you were explaining it, maybe you were moving on this side, then again you were moving. So in that case, so it was totally disconnect by all the audience that where to focus, whether they should focus on your content or whether they should focus on yours. So this is one thing that you need to focus, and because since the purpose of the speech was on the body language, so I just commented on the body language. So I think these are the two things that you need to work upon. And the most important thing, I think you got a very good marketing skills, and definitely we should all learn from you, because that is one of the skills that each one of us has to develop now. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanav, for rightfully covering all the dimensions of evaluation. Toastmaster Shailja, I really liked your speech, and there was tempo. The speed of the speech was appropriate this time, and yes, there were adequate pauses and wherever it was required. Yes, there was value. Yes, there was modulation, and that was just in a small, short span of one day that you were able to cover it all up. But my question to you is, when you were giving your speech today, were you comfortable?
To an extent.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable were you when you were giving your speech?
I think I would say 8 because I fumbled in between. Yeah,
Okay.
8.
So through and through, when I was listening to you, I found that when you fumbled, you lost a bit of confidence in you. And that's when your comfort defeated. In the beginning of your speech, there was a Shailja who was perceived confident. Then after you fumbled, it was like an apologetic Shailja. So whenever you fumbled, it is completely natural. Each and every one of us do. Even if you fumble, do not apologize. Continue. Audience does not know what you are going to say to it. And thank you so much for revealing the secret that coffee does not help you in eradicating that smell. It just adds to another note. So all in all, a very wonderful speech. Work on your smile and then be more comfortable when you are on the stage. Practice more and you will overcome these habits in a small span of time. So now it's the time for the general evaluation. Let's begin. Did the meeting start on time?
Yes.
Did the general evaluator arrive on time? No. So whenever somebody takes any such role in the meeting, it is his or her responsibility that they come before time so that they don't have to apologize for it later. So, talking about the TMOD, the theme of the meeting, how did you like the theme of the meeting? Was it relevant to today's scenario?
Yes.
Yes. Did you enjoy the theme of the meeting?
Yeah, very well.
Alright. Did the TMOD introduce the structure of the meeting?
Yes. No.
Toastmaster Sami says no.
She did. She did. Those she did. She did great.
So, alright, just for the added clarification, since the general evaluator role, it was earlier the responsibility of the GE to explain the structure of the meeting and also of the Toastmaster of the day. The entire responsibility has now shifted towards the Toastmaster of the day, who would be explaining the entire structure of the meeting. So, whether it is the prepared speeches, TMOD, table topic session and the general evaluator, the responsibility now falls on the shoulder of the TMOD. The general evaluator now comes in the end. My second question is, did the TMOD introduce the guests present in the meeting? Did she? Were all the guests introduced?
They were introduced by the president.
They were introduced by the president. All right. So that is, all in all, I found that the TMOD, the theme of the meeting was very relevant. I also, in the short snippets which I got to hear from Toastmaster Divyanshi, I found that the topic was very much relevant. But now comes the part of evaluating the table topic session. But before I do that, let's move towards the auxiliary role evaluations. And for that, I request the grammarian of the day, that is Toastmaster Nitish, to please present his evaluation.
Well, I want to say that each one of you was phenomenal. To be honest, you know, it was too difficult to find some mistakes or grammatical errors. So I couldn't find any grammatical error, but I want to mention some of the quotes that was mentioned by some of the great speakers. So first of all, I want to mention a quote which was said by T.M. Anjali, that restless mind asks questions. Please correct me if I am wrong. Restless mind asks questions and questions change the world. It was commendable. Second quote was said by our guest speaker, which was assign a task to a lazy person, which was totally pertinent to the topic. Assign a task to a lazy person and he or she will find the easy way to do that task. So thank you so much, sir. And the last one was said by T.M. Kanav, that खरबूजा खरबूजे को देखे रंग पकड़ता. So these quotes, these sayings was commendable, and thank you so much for this grammarian work, and thank you all.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nitish. Now I would like to invite the art author of the day, that is Toastmaster Sonam. Can we have him introduce?
Hello guys. Today I am playing the role as an art author. The responsibility of art author to note down filler words during the speeches. These words are, well, so, like, but, and other words. And I noted up when you were speaking of this. T.M. Nitish are 4 times, 1 times, and 4 times. T.M. Kirti, so 2 times. T.M. Shelva are 2 times, you know 2 times. T.M. Mega are 2 times and more than 5 times. Yes, Aryan are 1 time, so 1 time and 2 times. Yes.
Kamal.
That's it. Kamal are 5 times. You know more than 5 times. Even Ritish are 2 times, so 1 time and 3 times. Team Sonam 1 time, but 2 times and 2 times. Others are plants. Clap up yourself, appreciate yourself.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonam. Now I request the timer of the day, Toastmaster Nitish, to please come and give his evaluation.
So timing is very important for leading an effective life, and so being the academic communicator as well and the speaker. So whether for the Nandan course, there have been so many people in the table topics, and I start the debate.
तो उसके बगैर हमारे पास कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है कि 5 to 2 सेकंड के लिए वहाँ रिएक्शन आ जाए।
Okay, so
रेगुलरली आते हो?
हाँ
सही इम्प्रूवमेंट है बढ़िया।
कोशिश करें।
आते हो?
आप आते हो?
मैं मिस कर जाता हूँ, पर मैं अब कोशिश करता हूँ।